Good morning. My name is Dr. Koshala Rupassara, and here today with me Dr. Erosha Premaratne, the president of Auslmat, Australia Sri Lanka Medical Aid Team, who's helping Sri Lanka for last 15 years. You all know Sri Lanka is going through a deep economic crisis today, and as a part of that, Sri Lankan health system is in a desperate need for critical medicine and medical equipments. We are coming today to get your help to raise funds with our new project, Heal Our Nation program, to help Sri Lanka. Before we start about our program, I like Erosha to give us a brief summary about how Auslmat started and what you have done so far to help Sri Lanka.
Thank you, Koshala. So, Auslmat, or the Australia Sri Lanka Medical Aid Team, was initiated in 2004, soon after the Boxing Day tsunami, for emergency medical assistance to Sri Lanka by a group of specialists and medical a group here led by Dr. Quintus De Silva, who is a cardiologist in Melbourne. So, since then, Auslmat teams have been visiting Sri Lanka almost every year, providing assistance with teaching and training of the local medical staff, as well as providing medical equipment. I believe we have sent over $8 million worth of medical supplies to Sri Lanka over the last 15 years. So, this time with the current crisis situation, we have commenced this program called Heal Our Nation with Auslmat, as well as a group of other doctors in Melbourne. So, we would love to have your involvement and engagement to help us raise funds for this project.
Yeah. Before coming back to our Heal Our Nation program, Erosha, I think we like to discuss about what is the actual medical crisis in Sri Lanka. I think this is mainly because of lack of dollars, where medical supplies and essential medicines, the country finding it difficult to purchase them. If you like to highlight a little bit about actual crisis, what is going on at the moment.
Yes, so as you quite rightly pointed out, the issue is that in the last couple of months, due to the shortage in foreign currency, the health ministry via the SPC, or the State Pharmaceutical Corporation, as well as some of the private pharmaceutical companies in Sri Lanka, have not been able to import medicines and the critically needed medical equipment. So, in this situation, there's been a global forum of donors who have got together, and Auslmat is a part of that. And we're trying to secure some critically needed medicines. We are going about different ways of securing these items. The first method, we have Auslmat has purchased some items and medicines from Australia and sent to Sri Lanka with the help of the Sri Lankan consulate and Sri Lankan Airways. So, generally speaking, it's not viable to send medicines from here, from Australia, due to the exportation restrictions that apply to medication exports. And also the high cost. Medicines always are much more expensive if we try to purchase them from here compared to the regular sources that the Sri Lankan dealers or the pharmaceutical company imports medication, which is mainly from other suppliers in India and some of the other Asian countries. So, the second method that we have deployed is to go to these manufacturers, the global manufacturers and the wholesalers, and try and secure supplies at a wholesale price. So that has been quite a cost-effective way of purchasing medicines, and then organising free air freight via Sri Lankan Airways, as well as other airlines that have volunteered to fly these for us free of charge. For example, some of you may have heard that there was a critical shortage of blood bags for the blood bank in Sri Lanka. So we went directly to the manufacturer, which is a company in Germany, and they were willing to provide us with 5,000 bags immediately, which was air freighted to Sri Lanka in quite a time-effective and cost-effective manner. So, thirdly, there are certain medications that we could potentially look at purchasing from Sri Lanka if we are able to pay in foreign currency. However, it would not be wise for us to put our dollars into local accounts in Sri Lanka, because the issue at the moment is that they can't convert that to back to dollars to buy the medication. So the best way for us to utilize our dollars is to try and go directly to the overseas manufacturers and try and secure the medication through them.
Yeah, I think that is very important message. I think we need to give it to audience and the people. What you just said, that the current situation is not lack of rupees in the country, inside the country, but the lack of dollars to buy products from outside. So what you are doing is buying from either foreign manufacturer or directly from the main agents from Sri Lanka. And that also, it's not like in COVID, for example, that it's very important that when you're buying medicine, the quality and assurance of the correct good quality drugs going to Sri Lanka is important as well. So do you do anything to make sure that what you are buying or what you are buying from other countries are in a good quality and a good standard, what you are sending to Sri Lanka?
Yes, so you talked about two things essentially. The first issue is the fact that the current stock availability in Sri Lanka, in the case of most medications, is very low. So have very limited stock, and there is enough money in the country in rupees to purchase it. So if we put our dollars into those purchases, we could be in fact even making the issue worse and sending the prices even higher of the existing stock. So that's why it's important that we make the purchases in foreign currency from outside, and the local pharmaceutical companies could still potentially help us bring it into the country, because some of these medications have their own licensed companies that the medications are imported with. So the second issue you raised is the quality of the medications, which is also extremely important. So from the Health Ministry, we get an updated list of the most critically needed items almost on a weekly basis. The Ministry of Health also provides us with their regular the brands and the manufacturers that they usually make the purchases from. So we, and also, as you know, anything going into the country need to be approved by the NMRA, which is the National Medical Regulatory Authority. So when we make a purchase or order a certain drug from any manufacturer or wholesaler, we need to submit the approval to NMRA first, and once they approve it, obviously communicate with the Health Ministry to make sure that they're happy with that product before we can finalize the purchase.
Very good. And also I think, Erosha, because it's very important that because we are collecting money from the people in Australia and all over the world at the current situation, and to use them with maximum efficiency. I think you are doing a great job by avoiding duplication, by coordinating with other fundraising organizations around the world. If you can just mention a little bit about that.
Yes, so very earlier on in when this crisis first was made aware to our global expats living everywhere all over the world, there were quite large donor groups from the UK and USA who have also done a lot of work during COVID. So we managed to form a group together. It's called Medical Help Sri Lanka, and through that network, so we are able to negotiate bulk purchases, and also we have reached out to all the diplomatic services and the airlines who are voluntary flying these items to Sri Lanka free of charge. And also we are keeping a database so that we know that we are not duplicating the same medication, and also to ensure that that the critical items are met first.
Now, if anybody want to donate some money to your Auslmat organization, how they can do it?
So essentially there's 3 ways of donating. You can go to our website, http auslmat.org, and donate directly. There's a donate now icon, and you can just put on your details, and it's a PayPal transaction. Secondly, you can donate on our Facebook page as well, and also anyone who wants to deposit the money directly, the account details will appear on the screen, so they can donate directly as well. Auslmat is a ACNC registered charity, so any donation you make is tax deductible in Australia, and especially if you donate on the website, an automatic tax receipt will be issued to you, which you can use as a tax rebate.
I think in addition to that, we are having a major event on 17th of July at Hungarian Hall to raise funds for this Auslmat Heal Our Nation program, and we like to invite all of you to come with your friends and spread the message. And it is an event we start 12 noon and go till about 10 at night, and there will be food and some entertainment and also some medical discussions and free medical clinics for people who want to discuss about their medical problems. They're all available free, and you can come with your friend and enjoy that, and then do some donations to help this Heal Our Nation program.
So remember the day, it's the 17th of July, which is a Sunday, at the Hungarian Hall in Wantirna. Please bring your friends, family, neighbors. Everyone's welcome to come and enjoy some free Sri Lankan food, music, and your full support with your donations will be mostly appreciated. Thank you.